Hello children, I hope you all are enjoying your e-learning classes at home and welcome back to my class. And what is the subject that we're going to study today children? Yes, it's English. And if you recall, in the previous class, we were studying about a little girl called Alice. So what is the name of the chapter that we were studying? It's chapter 2, Alice in Wonderland. And after that chapter, we also discussed the question and answers. Remember the notes? So now children, we are moving on. Look, I've got a book in my hand and the page that I want you to open is page number 24. All of you will see page number 24. I'm going to show you the page on the screen now. Have you taken it children? Alright. Page number 24, suffixes and prefixes. So we discussed this also, and after we discussed it, I also gave you some examples. Now we look at the same chapter, the same part, suffixes and prefixes, but we move to page number 25. Now look at page number 25. It looks something like this, and now you have it on your screen too. Page number 25. And you see the question says, rewrite each word by dividing it into its root word and the prefix or the suffix. So like I told you earlier, prefix. It means we are putting some words before, in front of the root word. Like we have the word possible. In front of possible, I will write I am im, and it becomes impossible. And you see children, if I'm using a suffix, then if I have the word polite and I use ly behind it, if I write it later, polite plus ly, that becomes politely. So children, let's look at this question where we have to separate the root word from the suffix or the prefix. So children, look, I've already marked it for you. I'm showing you the answers on the board, and you take page number 25 and please mark it the way you can see it on the board. So you see children, question number 1, count less. So count less. What I want you to do, take your pencil, underline count and underline less. Now we have the second one, fearful. So underline fear, underline full. The next one, number 3, impolite. So im and polite. Now see children, countless, fearful. This was suffix. See there, less, full. But now you see polite, and in front of polite we are writing I am, then that is called prefix. So underline im, underline polite. And now just like I told you, politely. Question number 4, politely. So underline polite and underline ly. And now you see number 5, disagree. Now children, dis is coming in front and agree is coming later. So when we write something in front, that is called the prefix. So you see children, dis and you mark agree. Now look at number 6, rename. Again, rename. So re is coming in the beginning, therefore that is also called a prefix. Now you see children, number 7. That is what is important. Number 7, adorable. This word will change into adore. A-D-O-R-E. Adore plus able. But when we write the whole spelling of adorable, we will cancel that E and we will write only adore and rebel. Adore and rebel. Now look at number 8 children, pre-cook. So this is what? Is it prefix or suffix? This is prefix. So pre and cook. Now children, we move to exercise number B. All of you look at exercise number B, children. Form new words by adding prefixes or suffixes to these words from the box. And if you can see on your page number 25, there's already a box given to you and the words are, the suffix or the prefix is already written. Look there, children. F-U-L, full, R-E, L-Y, M-E-N-T, ment, A-N-C-E, I-M and S-I-O-N. Now what I want you to do is very quickly just cancel off that S-I-O-N and just make it S-O-N. Now why I'm telling you that? I'll tell you later. You'll come to know later. So look at question number 1, children. Flavor. And you can see on the board there, flavor. The answer is flavorful. Please write there, flavorful. So add F-U-L as you can see it written on my board. And now look at number 2, tell. The answer will be retell. So you should write retell. Now number 3, patient. And what we will do? We will add L-Y. So it will become patiently. And now number 4, possible. In front of possible, I will write I-M. So it becomes impossible. And then children, look at question number 5. Appear. And after the word appear, that's the root word. Appear is the root word. Now we are going to add suffix or prefix. I think we have to add suffix. So what we will do? We will write A-N-C-E and it will become appearance. And now children, number 6, arrange, and we will add arrange and we will add behind that ment. So it will become arrangement. And now you see children, number 7, use, and after that word use we will add F-U-L, it becomes useful. Now children, with this U-S-E, use, I could also add L-E-S-S. So useful, useless. I could do that. But children, I cannot write L-E-S-S. I should not write L-E-S-S because here L-E-S-S option is not given to us. If it were given, you could write. And remember children, we studied about antonyms and synonyms. Yes? So if I am writing useful, useless, so that is useless is the antonym of useful. Correct? So now children, the last one, compare. You see, here comes the problem. Compare, the answer should be comparison. But when I write the spelling of comparison, I cannot write S-I-O-N. That is not the spelling. I have to write C-O-M-P-A-R-I-S-O-N. Comparison. S-I-O-N will not come. That's why remember children, in the beginning itself I told you, cancel that I. Cut it off. Okay? Have you done all that? Now we move to exercise number C. Now you can see the answers are given below on that page which I am showing you. And now children, the question. Use the correct suffixes to form adjectives and complete the conversation. Now see here. Alice, do you know what I saw today? Sister, what? Alice, I saw a rabbit in our garden. His dash face. Children, you can see on the board, the answer should be from smile. We will get the adjective smiling. You can see the spelling on the board. Please write that down, children. Smiling. And dash attitude attracted me. So you see the word cheer is given in the bracket and we are going to write the answer cheerful. So cheer plus full. That word full, that small word full will be what? Suffix. Now you see children, sister. Do you want to say this is a believable incident? So you see the answer believable because believe. From the word believe, I will make believe plus able, believable. Only what we have done here, see children, after believe you have E. B-E-L-I-E-V-E. We remove that E and we add able. So you must be careful in English, in Hindi, in Malayalam. What is important? Spelling is very important. So we need to be careful about the spelling. Alright, let's move on. Alice, believe me, he was wearing an dash coat. So you see children, a tract is given in the bracket. We are writing the answer, the adjective attractive. So what are we actually adding as the suffix? We are adding IVE. He had a dash pocket watch. The word given to us in the bracket children, beauty. And from beauty, what is the adjective that we will form? Beautiful. But you see children, in beautiful, we are removing the Y and we are adding I. And then we are also writing FUL, that is the suffix. So the root word is beauty, the suffix is full, but beauty plus full, the spelling is changing. So mind that, all of you. Now, she says, sister says, I hope this wasn't a dream. And Alice says, no, it wasn't a dream. But remember children, I've told this to you earlier in the previous class. It was all a dream. Okay? Now, let's move to a new topic and therefore you need to turn your page over. Now, look at page number 26. I want to show you a video. Okay? Before we start reading page number 26, I want to show you a video. And after you watch that video, you will get some idea about what I am talking. Okay?
Personal pronouns. The words I, you, she, he, it, we, and they are personal pronouns. These pronouns replace a noun or nouns in the naming part of a sentence. For example, that man has a mustache. He has a mustache. The words me, you, her, him, us, and them are also personal pronouns. These pronouns replace a noun or nouns in the telling part of a sentence. For example, the salesman happily sold the robot to the man and the woman. The salesman happily sold the robot to them. The pronouns you and it can be used anywhere in a sentence.
You is used for both singular and plural nouns.
For example, Ricky said, "You are intelligent, Nikki." The coach said, "I have faith in all of you." It is used for animals and inanimate things. For example,
a woman walks with a dog. The dog has a bushy tail. A woman walks with a dog. It has a bushy tail. The woman gives the dog a basket. The dog carries the basket. The woman gives the dog a basket. The dog carries it.
So children, what did you understand from that video? If you remember, we have discussed this while we were studying notes, while we were revising the notes. When we talk about pronoun, from where is that word coming? Pronoun, from where is it coming? It is coming from noun. So when we join pro and we join noun, Pro and noun join together to become pronoun. So just now you did suffix and prefix. So pronoun, that's where we are adding a prefix. Now children, a pronoun. A pronoun is a part of grammar. And a pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. A pronoun is a word which is used in the place of a noun. And you see children, in that video you studied about personal pronouns. Now, when we talk about personal pronouns, let me explain to you. If Caroline ma'am is talking about Caroline ma'am, I cannot write Caroline ma'am is talking about Caroline ma'am, isn't it? So, for a lady, for a girl, which is the word that we will use, children? If it's a girl called Sita, I cannot say Sita is a good girl. Sita is very tall. Sita went to the market. Sita purchased pencils and erasers. I cannot write Sita, 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 Sita. So what will I do, children? I will write Sita is a good girl. She is very tall. She went to the market. So for a girl, I will write the word she. Now for a boy, for a man, what word will I write, children? In place of man or in place of Ravi or in place of Rahul, these are names of boys and men. In place of that, I will write he. And children, with he, we also have two words attached. Him and his. So same way with she, we have a word attached, her. Isn't it? And also herself. So like this, we have some words. These words which are used in place of a noun, these words are known as pronouns. Pronouns. Now look at this. What is this, children? What is this? This is a book. I cannot call it he. I cannot call it she. What will I call it then? I must call it it. I must call it it. So, if I'm talking about book, I will call it it. And children, if I talk about a cat, I talk about a dog, I will call all those animals also by the pronoun it. So, I have a cat. It is white in color. It is very beautiful. I will speak like that. Is it clear to all of you, children? And these words which I just now told you, I spoke about he, I spoke about she, and I spoke about it. These are pronouns. These are called singular pronouns. Now why I call them singular pronouns? Because they are just one. But when we talk about many, we use the word we use the word us, alright? And we also use the word they, we also use the word them. So children, there is something which is called subject and object. The subject can also be a pronoun. The object can also be a pronoun. Now if I say, you give the book to him. You give the book to him. Then what happened, children? You is the subject. Because who is doing the work in the sentence? You are doing the work in the sentence. Now in a sentence, what do we have, children? In a sentence, we can divide a sentence into subject and predicate. So who is the subject? The subject is the person who is doing the work. So you are doing the work. So you will be the subject. And in that predicate part of the sentence, the person who is receiving something, that is called the object. Alright? And so in this sentence, the object will be whom? The object will be him. You give the book to him. Okay, suppose I say, I gave a pencil to him. Then what happened? I is the subject and him is the object. So did you understand that subject and object? We threw a party for them. Then what happened? We is the subject and them is the object. Now see children, what do we need to do? Once again, take your books children and look at page number 26. So you see, we've got personal pronouns. You just understood from the video. Pronoun of the first person. Who's the first person? The first person will be I. That's the singular pronoun. And the plural will be we. The plural will be we. So that is the plural pronoun. Plural pronoun, first person. And then you see children, second person, you. You are the second person. So you see everywhere you only is written. And the third person could be he, she, it. This he, she and it. These three words will be what children? Singular pronouns. But if I say they and them will be plural pronouns. All of you are getting those words clearly, I hope. And I hope you understood. Now children, look here, we have an exercise. Exercise number 8 on page number 26. Look there children. Underline the subject pronoun and circle the object pronoun. It's very simple. You will understand it very fast. So look there children. I took the package and gave it to them. Then who is doing the work? I. So what we will do? We will underline I. You can see on your board children, the answers are given. Please mark that. I, you will underline and you have to circle the object. Them, you have to circle. Please circle them. Now look at sentence number 2. Monica's son is very cute. I like to play with him a lot. Again you see children, who's doing the work? I. I like something. I. Then I is the subject and him is what? The object. So you will underline I and you will circle him. Now children, look at sentence number 3. Naman is a friend of Sonia. He goes to school with her. So who's doing the work? He. Therefore underline he. And who is receiving? With whom is he going? With her. So we will circle her because her is the object. Look at sentence number 4 children. Lavanya's cat is very cute. We bought a band for it. So you see, we is the subject and it is the object. And now number 5, sentence number 5. They did not tell us the time of the play. They is what? The subject. And us is what? The object. So you will circle us. Underline they. And now look at number 6. She owes me some money. So what do we do? She. She we will underline as the subject. Owes me some money. So me is a pronoun. Therefore me is your object. So you have to circle it. And now children, rewrite using the correct pronouns. Look at this exercise number B children. It's really simple. Me want to travel to Australia. Obviously we cannot write me. Then what do we write? I want to travel to Australia. So if you can see children, I have marked the answers for you. Just underline me and just beside that sentence, write on the correct answer, I. Now look at sentence number 2. Us plan to visit the lake city with they. The right answer, we plan to visit the lake city with them. So what will we do? Underline us, write the correct answer we. Underline they, write the correct answer them. And now children, number 3. Her will learn playing chess from he. So what do you think is the right answer? She will learn playing chess from him, not he. And now look at number 4. Madhav had worked hard. Him was sure of doing well in the test. In the middle of the sentence, him is wrong. It should be he. But remember children, there are two sentences in sentence number 4 actually. So what will you do? Please put a full stop after the word hard. Madhav had worked hard. Put a full stop and then what will you do? Write capital H for he. You will not write him, you will write he. Now we have two more sentences to go children. Sentence number 5. We saw Anil and Preeti. Then put a full stop there. We told they that money was looking for they. So you see children, in both cases, they is wrong. It should be we told them. But I asked you to put a full stop after the word Preeti. So you see we saw Anil and Preeti full stop. Then the next word should begin with what children? Capital letter. So make W a capital letter. We told them that money was looking for them. Alright? And you see there's no full stop. We also have to put a full stop for the sentence. And then you see children, sentence number 6. Sunaina gave her sisters a surprise. After you write Sunaina gave her sisters a surprise, there should be a full stop. Then the next word should begin with a capital letter. Alright? And you see what's written there. They made caramel custard for us. Actually, in place of they, the right answer is she. She made caramel custard for us. Us will not come because to whom she gave a surprise children? To her sisters. Then you have to write the word them. So the right answer, she made caramel custard for them. And children, look at sentence number 1 to 6 in this exercise. No sentences have got full stops. So please remember to put full stops. Now, the next exercise you will see from that board and you will complete it children. And I want you now to turn to page number 28. That is your homework. Okay? And you must do it in your book itself. What is the homework children? Spelling. You can see there are some words given here children and there are dashes. So we have to write double letters, any of the double letters which are given in this box. So you can see double S, double R, double C, double L, double M. What you need to do? Fill up those dashes. But that's a homework. I'm not going to give you the answers now. I want to see your homework first. So with that children, we come to the end of this class and as I always tell you, I love you and I leave you till we meet again. Thank you.